Oh, oh, ja, ja. Oh, oh.
TGM Radio, King Line Caribbean Showcase.
90s
Another Monday.
Bless.
We back. Special guest in the house tonight. The lovely, beautiful, talented. I just want to make sure I got the name correct on the introduction. Miss Dai Watson.
Day like sunshine, day.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna need you to hold that
My
mic
bad.
up
Day, yes.
and introduce yourself for the listeners. This young lady is who we have just been listening to the past 3 songs, starting out with Dear Ja. Then Sniper moved on to Sela, and we had Johnny Was to end out that segment. Once again, the beautiful Miss Dai Watson, introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Dai Watson, and I am so happy to be here with all of you tonight. It's a lot of fun being up in the building with some amazing individuals. History is here tonight. I'm really grateful to be in this kind of company. I play guitar, so I kind of have the singer-songwriter vibe going on. And I call my music universal music, you know? It's meant to speak to your spirit despite where you come from or what your age is or your religion or whatever. That's kind of my identity, I guess, as an artist.
Okay, before we get into the songs that we just listened to, is all of your music acoustic?
Right now it is, but the hope is to take it as big as I can get it, you know, while maintaining the heart. So we're working on getting a band together now.
Okay, you definitely have the voice for it, so I'm definitely looking forward to more than just acoustic music from you. But let's start off with Dear Ja, the first track Sniper played. What was the inspiration behind that track?
Well, I guess the inspiration for me was being a mom. I have to get up and get on with the day. And there's so many things that you can kind of come into contact with, you know? You don't know what kind of energies are out there. And so in the morning, before I get my kids up in the morning, I ask the Most High to guide me, all my thoughts, all my movements, to protect me and my house, you know? I think we have to remember that we're fighting a battle that's not just flesh and blood. So that song came from me kind of declaring my presence and my faith, you know?
Okay, we're gonna get into more of your music. I just want to give a shout out to where this music came from. It's off of your debut EP.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that in a little bit, but let's start off with where and when you started off as an artist. Where are you from, first and foremost?
I'm from so many places. I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, and was an Army brat, so kind of grew up across the south of the U.S. And my roots, I guess, are in the Caribbean. My mother is Guyanese. She's, you know, the one who did a lot of the raising of me, so I grew up in a very Caribbean household. So I guess that's kind of where I come from, that vibe, that mixture.
Okay. And when did you start your career as a musician? I'm going to say not a singer, I'm going to say as a musician because you play an instrument.
Yes.
And you also sing. So when did you start your musical journey?
Well, I guess I've always been singing. You know, I was in a group with my cousins and my sister called Bronze, where we sang in church. And I guess as I got older, I started doing a lot of writing with other groups. So I was always a writer. But I think doing my thing came when my brother passed away in 2011. He was 22. And that kind of made me need something to hold on to give me an outlet, I guess, for what I was feeling and to keep my vibes high. So, yeah, I guess 2011 was when it really became my thing, you know?
Okay. We're going to dissect the early stages of your career for our listeners. TGM Radio, King Line Caribbean Showcase. You obviously had a tragic loss in your family. Once again, we're sorry for that. But you said you took that and used it as a strength to start your career. Um, how did you go about starting your career? Was it putting pen to paper, writing music? When did you actually start recording music, and who were the people that first helped you when you got into recording music?
So I guess when I came to New York, around that same time, 2010, 2011, I kind of was thrown around with a lot of musicians because I was doing a lot of poetry. And I started working with this group called Epidemics, which is run by these cousins, Nathan Hosanna and Dan and Singh from Queens. And they have this group called Up a Notch. And so I kind of got involved in their organization, which helps kids kind of meld their love of education and academics with their art and finding ways to help them inform each other. And then getting involved in that, the first project I ever did was an Epidemics album. And that kind of threw me into networking with a lot of other artists, and it kind of just snowballed from there. You know, people like Nicholas Howard, who's also from Queens. Undeniable is another group. Just a lot of really dope hip-hop, especially artists. I worked with mostly hip-hop at that time. Yeah, it's kind of here I got my start recording.
Okay. Digging a little bit deeper, you got your start in the big city, New York. But where did the musical inspiration come from? For you to pick up an instrument, for you to start putting pen to paper, creating your own music. Where would you say growing up did that inspiration come from?
Well, so I watched the movie Love Jones when I was a teenager, and that informed me so much. I just wanted to be a poet. I just knew I was a poet. You cannot tell me that I did not deserve every snap you had. I was a poet. And so in doing that, it kind of created Danielle, the writer. And I think the transition over to music was really natural and easy. And playing an instrument, I'm pretty independent, you know? So I didn't want to depend on a track or somebody else sitting there next to me playing for me to need, you know, I don't want to need that to be able to perform is what I mean. I want to be able to pick up my own instrument and play. I want to understand music on as deep a level as I can. So playing the guitar is something portable and easy. And
where did that start? Playing the guitar?
Let's see. I kind of bought one and just kind of had it there. I was a new mom, so I never really got to play it much other than to like let the baby bang on it. So, but I would try to learn little things here and there. And I started learning Bob Marley tunes, like Redemption Song was the first song I learned how to play. And just even learning that opening riff was really mind-blowing for me. It taught me a lot. So from there, I kind of just kept watching YouTube videos and learned to play. I just taught myself to play.
This is all self-taught. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've been playing for like maybe, like religiously, I've been playing for maybe the last 4 or 5 years, you know?
Okay. Your musical journey has taken you many places, introduced you to many people. We're going to get into that. But before we do that, Sniper, we got a track entitled The Root of Everything. And with the discussion we're having right now, it's all going to come together when we listen to this track.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to come back and give the listeners a little bit more of Miss Dai Watson.
All right.
Once again, TGM Radio, King Line Caribbean Showcase. TGM Radio, King Line Caribbean Showcase. Song entitled The Root of Everything.
Yes.
Once again, Miss Dai Watson.
Hello.
Your music seems very soulful. Besides being acoustic, it seems very soulful. It seems like the lyrics to your songs are very heartfelt. What went behind that song entitled The Root of Everything?
I think that at the end of the day, no matter what it is that you're trying to do or how it is that you're trying to contribute to this world, love has to be at the root of all you are, or else you can't succeed. Self will get in the way. So you have to get over yourself, get over your own interests, or make your interests about love, everything, you know? This world would be such a different place if we all just came from a place of love. And it's so easy to do it. We want to. It's a lot harder to be rough and distrustful and hateful towards each other. It burns like spiritual calories or something, you know? And so when you just do your natural, like what you were created to be is love. That's where the song came from.
Okay, is that the overall theme of your EP?
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, I want to introduce this EP correctly. So far, we've listened 4 tracks off of it. All acoustic music, beautiful lyrics, instrument playing in the background. Just it's a nice feel to it so far. And the name of this EP is entitled Love is the Cure.
Love is the cure.
So, love being the root of everything, the last track we listened to, it gives the feel to the EP. Let's talk about that a little bit. You've been basically recording for the past 4 years.
Yes.
And you released your debut EP in February of 2016.
Yes.
Once again entitled Love is the Cure. It's available on all digital platforms now.
iTunes, Spotify, wherever you're looking for it, you can find it.
Okay, let's talk about the EP. As a new artist starting out, was it difficult to actually get the project together? Or do you have a team that you're working with, producers and such? Let us know a little bit about the EP and what went behind the production.
So I was super blessed. I went to Jamaica. I was there for about a month in April, May. And I recorded some music. I, was there hanging out with a Jamaican band called Raging Fire, who are on tour right now in the U.S. And so I kind of was working on music and trying to do whatever I could to kind of keep the next step, keep the ball rolling. And I tell you, the Most High honors you when you do that, because I was coming back from Jamaica, and who is standing in line with me but Dr. Dredd of Ross Records? And what was crazy is that in the studio the night before, I was working with Computer Paul Henson, and we were working on what could have been the beginnings of an EP, and we'll probably release those recordings soon. But and on TV was some documentary or something, and Dr. Dredd was on it, and they said really positive things about him. So it's crazy because I became aware of him, and then the very next day I met him, and he felt the need to, we spoke, we talked for a while, and he gave me his book, which I read almost the entire book by the time I got to, DC. And he happened to be going to DC as well. We ended up living only 16 miles apart from each other. So it's insane the way, serendipity works, And he liked some of the music that I sent him, and we kind of just clicked. And so we've been working together ever since. He signed on as my manager, and we've done some really amazing things together, from the EP to opening for Taj Mahal to a lot of really great opportunities have come.
Okay. The music that you were able to send to Dr. Dredd, where did that music come from? Were you working on this music by yourself? Did you have other producers earlier helping you at that point in time?
I had worked with other producers, but most of what I think he saw was my YouTube videos. I have tons of YouTube videos of me just at my house.
Let's talk about that. I'm big on social media.
Yeah.
The King Lion Caribbean Showcase family would know that. So let's talk about that YouTube page for a minute. What first inspired you to actually build a YouTube page, and what was the purpose behind it?
Well, I think, so for a while, I used to actually sing on the trains, and I would just play and sing, me, and I was in a group called Divine Interventions, and I don't know, I think from doing that, I started to realize that there's an audience that actually want to hear the music. They're out there, so start maybe, trying to put some videos out there and see how much or how far you can get with it. And so that's kind of where it came from, just already feeling like people were kind of feeling it, and wanting to see where it could go.
Okay, so what was your first YouTube video like? Did you went out and get professional equipment to shoot this video? Was it just off of a camera phone?
Oh God.
What was it like?
It was off of my my iPad.
Okay.
And it's really funny, like if you knew what all went into like just getting things set for just a moment where I could record a video, because I have 2 sons. So it's like I have to be like MacGyver about it. I have to be like 007, and wait till certain hours or whatever to be able to record, because my life is so busy, with my kids. But the first video that I did, I didn't even show my face. I was so shy about it. This is like out of my comfort zone.
Okay, so was the camera just focused on the guitar?
It was just black.
Oh, wow.
It was good. But the song was, but the thing is, the reason that I was able to pull it off was because the song was the first song that I had written for my brother after he died. It was literally the first song that kind of, I decided like, this is how I'm gonna get over this. And I started writing that song the day that I found out he died. I was already on a bus going home. And so because I was kind of where I couldn't really express myself, that's the first thing I started writing. So it was very heartfelt. So even though you didn't see a face, you still understood the gravity of the words.
And what was the response once you uploaded that first video to YouTube?
People loved it, especially people who knew him, and it just kind of spread and spread and spread, where people just got an opportunity to hear it and feel it towards someone else, understanding the sentiments that I was kind of trying to bring forward, because all of life is beautiful. And so to me, music is about finding that beauty and illustrating it with sound, and imagery to make other people see it and understand it too.
Okay. So after the first video, the response was good. Mm-hmm. I guess you started uploading other videos to YouTube.
Yeah.
You were able to garner a YouTube following.
Yes.
From there, where did that take you? Did that give you inspiration to record music actually and go into the studio and actually record and put down tracks? What was your next step in your career?
Well, even before that had happened, I kind of was already really wanting to get the music out there some kind of way. But I guess the next step was the right people seeing what I was doing and being willing to give me certain opportunities. There's a mini-series, a web series called Everything I Did Wrong in My 20s. It's really kind of popular. It's getting like a little bit of a following, and it's a nice little series. The creator of that project approached me on like 3 of my songs, and through there, like people just were directed to those songs. And,
beautiful,
yeah.
Beautiful. So I guess with all of these things happening off of visuals, you decided that you can make a career out of this. You'll stick around for a minute. You'll start doing it professionally. Mm-hmm. Sniper, she basically said she was gonna stay. She said she was going to stay and she was going to make a career out of this music, and I appreciate it. Today we're blessed with the lovely presence, the lovely music. Once again, Miss Dai Watson, TGM Radio, King Lion Caribbean Showcase. The song is entitled I'll Stay.
I'll stay. Classic song.
What made you actually perform and put that track on your EP?
I think, you know, Gary and I, or Dr. Dredd and I, both kind of agreed that that was a good song for me because I think when I sing it, I kind of sing it for my mom, you know, in losing her son, and kind of, it was kind of a way to give her some understanding, you know. So that's why it's on there.
Well, it's only right, being that earlier you also told us the first song you actually learned was a Bob Marley record. So keeping up with the tradition, showing inspiration, definitely the perfect artist to draw inspiration from.
Oh yes, definitely.
In my opinion, the greatest artist of all times, any genre, Mr. Robert Nesta Marley.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. The other songs you said they're all written by you. The music that you're playing, is it all arranged by you as well?
Yes, it is, you know. The exception also, one more exception, I did 2 covers. The other one is Blackbird, and that's a Beatles song. And that song was written for black women during kind of that troubled 60s era, you know. It was written to kind of give black women a strength, and so...
What do you know about that? Because I'm looking at your face right now. Definitely younger than myself. So where did that come from? Where did you draw inspiration to do that song?
I think because this life is so cyclical. So even the things that happened to my father and his generation, it's come around again. You got women, mothers crying for their lost sons. How many boys have been killed and shot down by the police simply because they're black, you know, and male. So it's still blood running in the streets, our blood running in the streets. And to me, black women do really need a strength. Those are their sons and husbands and fathers, you know.
Okay, earlier we were speaking off camera, off mic, and you told me that some of the performances you're doing, you delegate 100% of the proceeds to certain foundations and certain causes.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, so on the 6th, there's a benefit show that I'm doing with these 2 brothers. They're from this band, or this duo called Negros Americanos, and they're from New Jersey, and they're both educators, and they have this event called For the Field, and it's basically a book. Well, the money that's you know, that we collect, 100% of it goes towards books and tuition for a selected group of kids, you know, and so basically helping to give a leg up and give something back to the community. So I'm really proud of them, by the way, Negros Americanos, for being that type of people, you know, to put back.
Okay, another thing, during this interview, you've been name dropping a lot, and it piqued my curiosity. I have a couple of questions about that.
Okay.
Earlier you said you were in Jamaica and you were around the band Raging Fire. It happens to be one of my favorite bands.
One of my favorites too.
How did this come about? And have you performed with them as of yet?
I have not performed with them as of yet. I do hope that comes soon. And I'd like to work with them in doing their event, Wiki Wacky. I think that would be a really nice environment. And I always watch it, like the recordings on YouTube. So I'd love to be a part of that. But I linked with Damar, their keys player and musical director, and he, you know, was gracious enough to listen to my music. And so we really formed a really close bond between us. And, you know, he really had a huge hand in how I started to structure my songs and try to add dynamics and everything to be more of a musician, because he's a real musician, you know.
Yes.
Marlon, a friend of ours from the band Aluda Continue, another Jamaican band, he calls him the Black Mozart, you know. So it pushes me to be more mechanic, you know, along with being free form.
Is that a concerted effort by you that you're seeking out certain musicians who may inspire you, or certain musicians that you admire their work? Are you actively seeking out these people for advice, sending music to them?
That's what's so amazing again about the Most High, is that like when you put effort out there, it comes back to you. So for example, everybody that I've wanted to work with, I'm working with them, you know.
Let's expand on that for a minute. Again, us speaking earlier, you told me you've performed with numerous different bands.
Yes.
Let the listeners know some of the people you performed with and some of the places that your talents have taken you so far in your career.
Okay. Well, I opened for Third World. I'll be opening for them again when they come back in June. I'll be performing with David Hines and Steel Pulse on the 17th at the Howard Theater. We'll be singing a song together, and I'm really excited about that because David Hines is like David Hines, you know. And these are people who I watch and I study and I have learned a lot from. And now, you know, I'm eating fish and chips with David Hines and Dr. Dre. It's crazy, you know.
Okay, so where are some of the places your performances have taken you so far in your career?
I've played at the Hamilton. I've played at the Yoga Reggae Fest right here in DC, which was really awesome.
German is real big on that yoga right now too.
Yeah. You gotta be into yoga. It's good for your spirit and your mind and your body, you know. But I've played at the Tropicalia in DC, played at Left Field. I don't know, the list goes on. I played at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Hammerstein, I always get it wrong. But
we, us New Yorkers, we know what you mean. But once again, it's beautiful. Your energy is definitely lovely. Your energy is infectious. So many words to describe the artist that's sitting in front of me right now. Once again, the beautiful Miss Dai Watson. EP entitled Love is the Cure. It's available now on all digital platforms. Social media, you already spoke about the YouTube. Is the YouTube page entitled Dai Watson?
yes.
Okay, that's D-A-I, Dai Watson.
Dai Watson.
What other platforms can your fans reach out and get in contact with you, or maybe producers who want to work with you can reach out and contact you?
So soon we will have DaiWatson.com up and running. So check when you can. We'll make sure that we blast it out when we do get it up. Yeah, coming soon. Facebook, you can find me on Facebook. I'm pretty good at responding. So if you message me, I promise you, I'll answer you back.
It's Dai Watson, Facebook. Is it Instagram, Twitter as well, Dai Watson?
On Instagram, it's Dani_Watson.
Okay.
DANI.
And one of the platforms that I'm looking forward to going to and finding some of your music. Are you available on SoundCloud?
I am available on SoundCloud.
Miss Dai Watson?
I am. On Spotify. On pretty much anywhere you can find it.
Okay. And once again, the EP entitled Love is the Cure. It's available now. That's the music you've been hearing all afternoon. I'm definitely going out and pick it up after the show. It definitely puts me in a mood where I just want to hear more. We're gonna have to. You're gonna have to give us a minute. The listeners is gonna have to give us a minute because I want to rearrange things in the studio and give you that raw acoustic feel, something different from the norm. Usually we let the artist perform at the end of the show, but today's gonna be something extra special because you're gonna bring your instrument with you,
Yes.
the guitar.
Yes.
Miss Day Watson, once again, EP entitled Love is the Cure, available on iTunes, Amazon, all digital platforms. Anything you want to say to us before you pick that guitar up and start playing that music?
Just keep an open mind and heart, you know. My music is intended to bring you to a place of peace, so just put down the load for a minute and just enjoy being, you know?
And if the fans want to come out and hear you play live, you have some upcoming shows.
Yes, I'll be at Left Field tomorrow night. Show starts at 10:30. Please come through. I would love to see and meet you in person. I'll have CDs if you'd like one. And yeah, come raise your vibes with me. I'd love to see you.
Okay, there you go. TGM Radio, King Line Caribbean Showcase, powerofreggae.com. Once again, Miss Day Watson. Just give us a minute. Let's organize it for you. Give you something real live, real. I can't wait right now. Sniper, give me a minute. Let me set the studio up, rearrange things.
What's up? I got a tune to play.
You got a song for us?
I Wish.
Ooh.
The song I Wish.
Okay. I was trying to get her to do I Wish live, but you could rock that one, and
She could
we
just do a
we gonna work something out.
She could do an expensive style.
Okay, so once again, we're gonna give you something else off of the EP entitled Love is the Cure. This song is entitled I Wish. Miss Day Watson, song entitled I Wish. Shout out to the powerreggae.com. Check out the website. Check us out on YouTube, King Line Caribbean Showcase. Check out the page for past interviews. Got an event coming up April 30th. Want to give a shout out to Zion Rose. Check us out in All Nations.
Love her.
That's 1091 Utica Avenue, April 30th. Come out, celebrate her Earth Strong with us, the King Line Caribbean family. We're going to tune out. See you next Monday, King Line Caribbean Showcase. But we're going to leave you with, once again, a live acoustic set from the lovely Miss Day Watson. You want to tell us a little bit about the track you're about to perform for us before we tune out?
Sure. This song is called Conqueror, and I wrote it while I was kind of going through some rough times, because again, music is kind of my outlet. So the song was me willing myself to conquer over what it was that I was going through. I wasn't conquering it yet, but it was me saying, nah, I'm going to write a song that's going to push you. You're going to overcome this.
Did it help you overcome
Oh
what you was going through?
I used to sing that song to the top of my lungs.
Okay.
It totally helped me.
And that's what music is for.
Yes.
Touches us all. Music is that medicine. Once again, King Line Caribbean Showcase, TGM Radio. See you next Monday. We're going to tune out with the lovely Miss Day Watson performing Conqueror.
Said I couldn't do it, but I'd already made up my mind. So I gathered up all of my strength They keep on pressing me, telling me lies, want me to doubt what I'm seeing with my own eyes, try to convince me everything is gonna be fine, and if I just keep buying in, I'll find peace of mind. But they have underestimated what I have inside, heart of a warrior where the Most High resides. I won't back down, no I'm not giving in, won't be content to this hell we're all living in, cause when it rains it pours, kick, cuss, and spit. Slam the door if you wanna, but you gotta make this life yours. Step up or back down, it's your choice. And you know you reap what you sow, so till the soil and let everyone know. You came, you saw, you showed love, and we're more than a conqueror. Yeah. Oh. So come hell or high water, we're gonna make it through. And yes, we're some survivors, and there's nothing that we can't do. When our back's against the wall, we risk losing it all. Don't you break, don't you bow. We are more, yeah. We are more than they think we are. We are more than they think we are. Oh, we've come so far. 'Cause we are more than just conquerors. We are more than just conquerors.
DJ Radio.
Thank you. So the next song I'm gonna do is a song called Black Girl. And the song is written, for black girls and black boys especially, because I think there's so many factors out there that are designed to keep us down, frankly. And so I think we have to uplift each other. We have to uplift one another. There's too much of us killing one another and speaking against one another and robbing one another and killing one another. This song is meant to inspire the youth to be their highest selves. Black Girl. Black girl, heaven's light is on your wings. Can you feel it? Hold try.